Hey guys, this is the Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now, this is What If Deku is a Dragonkin Part 7. I know my last episode was kind of short. I had to release it, but I was like getting super tired, so yeah, I kind of had to shorten it quite a bit. I was trying to get it 30 minutes, but I couldn't keep my eyes open, so yeah, I was like, I can't. So this I'll be back to my normal length episodes between 30 to 40. The shortest I'll make it from now on will be like 20 something minutes. So you won't be seeing a short episode like that for a while. So as long as I when I record I don't get like super tired. So that was interesting. Well, let's get on to our what if. Oh, for the twins or the siblings, I'm gonna use one of the suggestions I got from one of my subscribers. Uh, the girl Lou and the brother Shin. So that will be their names from and on out. They're very simple and very easy to remember. So Lou and Shin. So we got that all taken care of. Now I'm not sure up on the mother yet. I'll have to really think about it or see if you guys have a suggestion about her name. So for she'll be kind of important in the story because she's a pro hero, always gunning down the Tsuma's family because they're two old families that's always been at each other's throats for a long time. So before we begin our begin where I last left off, I just realized I have Deku Mina and Sue and Tokoyami fighting. That's basically outside of Deku. Well, it's not really a quirk, so but yeah, but everyone else thinks it's a mutation quirk. I just have a bunch of mutation. Both members are have a mutation quirk, so I didn't. That wasn't intentional. I just thought that was weird when I sat that bed and think about it. I was like, whoa, shit! It's a mutation straight up fight. Was everyone involved has some sort of mutation quirk? So that's in, that's going to be interesting. As Izuku and Mina walk into the tournament, get into the ring. As Izuku's mother's watching the fight, so is David Shield and Melissa. Yeah, she's still there. I didn't put them in the last part because I kind of forgot to. But yeah, they're still there watching the competition. Who's gonna win? As Ryoko's watching her son, let's show them what you got, Izuku. As she goes back with Inka, we cut over to Izuku. As Izuku notices Mina is like kind of nervous. Mina, you need to relax. You trained for this. Izuku, but there's a whole lot of people. As she's smiling nervously. As Izuku looks irritated. What? It's like, how can you not think that was a possibility? If you're trying to be a hero, it comes with the job, apparently. That's what my mom always says. Let's think it over. It's part of the job. You're just gonna have to get over it. In your head of the game, we have to fight these two. It's probably not gonna be easy, Mina. And judging by the looks of them, they have mutation quirks. So we're going to be we need a we need to be on guard on these two. Yeah, easy. Yeah, easy. Easy. Understand. Understood. As Izuku sees a guy with a bird head as he walks in the ring with his partner or with his team member. jumping around like a frog. As Izuku looks over to Mina, as they're about to begin the match, Mina, as she's like, "Yeah, Izu, you take care of the girl. By the looks of it, must have something to do with the frog. So be on guard. You don't know what exactly her quirk is, but I'll deal with the half bird, half guy. Are you sure? I'm fine, Mina. You're best suited for this, anyways." As Izuku walks in, well, as Izuku gets into a fighting stance, as the match begins, as Sue and Tokoyami get into a fighting stance. Now, Sue would be, I think she would, kind of chatter with Mina a little bit during their fight, but I don't believe Tokoyami would have any sort of dialogue with Izuku. He doesn't seem to talk. He's not the talkative type, so he's in. So there won't be much dialogue between these two without changing his character, like just restarting, just changing his personality way, way different than what he is in canon. So I'm not going to do that for this what if. As he sees Tokoyami, as he releases his shadow, makes into claws, as he's charging Izuku, as Izuku's dodging and weaving, thus studying this new opponent. You have Mina spraying acid at Sue, but as she's dodging as she evades all of them, as she starts skidding around the ring, blasting her with acid, try to pinpoint, Sue. Oh, I'm giving her that early because Izuku is, kind of tough on people when he trains them. So I would think all that time Izuku would show her the ways to use her quirk, or she would figure it out on her own. So yeah, she has it early in this what if. She still needs to work on her density of her acid to make it more powerful, but I just want to leave her with some sort of growth. As Tokoyami still trying to claw him down, as Izuku had enough of this, as he starts countering his blows with his own claws, as Tokoyami gets pushed back, as Izuku kicks him side of the head, jumps him, kicks his side of the head, as he goes flying. Now Mina, as Mina kicks Sue out of there is still you can either win by submission or KO or get thrown out of the ring. There's still that rule that I've had in prior tournaments and other what ifs, but by the distraction, by Tokoyami being flying right at her, Izuku immediately took the situation, the took advantage of the situation. Sorry, guys, can't speak apparently. Sorry, I need to stop messing with that. But taking, you know, advantage of the situation to knock off one of the competitors. Sorry, guys. Let me. As Mina was about to kick Tokoyami out of the ring, as Izuku's like, "Mina, stop. Leave this one to me." As he dusts off his hands, as he's walking towards Tokoyami, I get the mere gist of what type of quirk he has. I got this. Why don't you step aside? As Mina's like, "Are you sure? Izu? Yeah, I got this. Don't worry. This is going to be interesting. He's no threat to me now." As Tokoyami gets up, as Izuku says, "Nothing personal. What's your name, anyways? As he's like, Tokoyami. Well, Tokoyami, this is where your this is where your time ends here, I don't know what he would call him. Give me a second here. Well, Tokoyami, you've been a worldly adversary for me. But like every good thing must come to an end. As Izuku's eyes start glowing a little bit more red, as Izuku straight up breathes fire out of his mouth, heading towards Tokoyami as Mina skates out of the way, as he gets blown off into the side of, he's out of the ring as he gets planted into a wall from the force of the blast. As Izuku looks at Lu and Shin, are you're not going to you honestly think this was going to be easy for you two? You you challenged me. Expect the same treatment, like you so eloquently said, Miss Lu. I look forward to our bout. Don't lose too fast, weaklings. As Izuku walks off with Mina, as Mina's like, "Are you sure that was a little harsh?" No, they challenge me, Mina. And you know what I do when people challenge me? Do you know what happens when people challenge me, Mina? She's like, "You crushed them?" Exactly. We need to pay attention to the next matches carefully. As Melissa Shields were watching about, as she noticed that her magic input has been restoring itself constantly ever since she's been inside the building, as that's took her off guard a little bit. Now, as the first human that was granted magic by Izuku, it's only a side effect that only affects the first user of magic in its instant. Basically, when it comes down to it, Izuku automatically, when she's near him, her magic power, it restores itself. Sorry about the burp, but that went out of nowhere. Now, it doesn't restore super fast. It restores a little bit by a little bit, but her magic intake are being recharged. So that she would notice that where her mana's at when her mana is not at full or when it's full. So she's been training with it for quite a bit sometimes. So she understands what the feeling of having less mana than having a full tank full. So she would put the two together that someone in here is magic or has magic. She doesn't know. It could be anyone in the whole stadium or even one of the competitors. She doesn't know quite yet. So she's keeping that to herself right now. Izuku and Mina watch each every fight they can as Lu and Shin fought several people and they dominated it like it was nothing. As we begin, Izuku's next match against Kirishima and Denki Karimari or something like that. I don't know what it's, Karimari. Yeah, I think it's something like that. So we have Kirishima and Electric Boy. I just thought this would be an interesting combination because if they went to the same school together, they would. One of them would at least, I would think, Kirishima would have came up with the idea. I'm not sure about Denki because he's kind of dumb, but let's just say for plot sake, during the years they became friends, as they found out that Kirishima's hardening quirk is excellent for training for both of them. So that would help Denki with his voltage and help Kirishima uses his quirk for hardening because if I remember right, electricity doesn't do too much to like rocks and the earth itself. So I could be totally, wrong on that, but let's go with that. As Lou sees Izuku walks in the ring, brother, we need to pay attention to this match specifically. There's our next opponent. Whatever, sis. The dude's a loser. As they continue watching Izuku, as you go over to Kamari, let's go, Kirishima. We got this in the bag. As he's walking up confidently, as Kirishima, just don't say anything rude this time like the last batch. What? I was just being honest. As you could rub the people the wrong way, and I really don't want to rub that one the wrong way. As he looks over to Izuku. Why? That lizard boy? Come on, man, that's messed up. Why you're so worried, Kirishima? He doesn't seem the type to... He seems the type to anger fast. Whatever. As he walks up to Izuku and Mina. As Kirishima goes in, Kirishima and Denki Karamari, probably butchering that, but they're making their greetings to the two opponents. As Denki looks at Mina and smiles, as he goes reach out and grabs her hand and kisses it. It's like, I am Denki Karamari. Maybe if you're lucky, maybe me and you could go out to eat after the tournament. A treat. From my victory, of course. As Izuku flares up, I'm gonna kill him. As Mina is like, no thanks. As she goes closer to Deku, as she's glaring at him, as whatever, your loss. As Kirishima, dude, that was so unmanly. You totally got rejected. As shut up, Kirishima. As the match begins, I'll take care of the little blonde freak. I'm gonna have fun with him. As means like, no, I'll take care of him. As you, what? I know you, Izu. You're gonna kill him. So no, you go take care of the red hair kid. I'll deal with him. Whatever, Mina. She knows Izuku. He was quite upset about that. So she's gonna, if he does it, goes against Karamari, he's gonna murder the kid, like straight up. As Kirishima, as Kirishima begins, as he faces Izuku, as they're standing in a stances, no one has moved yet. Mina and Karamari have been fighting. She's just skating around, dodging his electricity and spraying acid at him. So he's not doing too well, despite his confident attitude. Your name Kirishima, was it? As he's like, yeah, man. My name is Izuku Tosuma. But nothing personal, but for what your teammate did, this is going to hurt. I'm highly pissed off, and I'm going to take it out on you. As before Kirishima could say anything, Izuku rushes in as he punches him in the face, as Kirishima slides back quite a bit. As you have Mina skating around with her acid as she's spraying on Denki, as Denki's has no chance, well, no choice but to go to voltage, as he knows if he doesn't get her, he's done for. As he unleashes a huge burst of electricity, as Mina jumps up, use her acid spray to push herself further, as she flips around Denki, as she kicks him the side of the head. As he goes, he's done. He's KO'd after that. Loses consciousness. As the referee of the tournament announced that Denki Kamari has been eliminated from the Cork Blast tournament, now it's become a 2-on-1 situation. Oh, sorry guys. I didn't know I had that still on. Oh, thought that. Okay. Sorry about the small pause. I didn't realize my thing was still recording. As Mina looks at Denki, and she's like, "You can't hold a can to my Izu." As she walks off, you have Kirishima. As he activates his quirk, rushes to Izuku. As Izuku rushes towards Kirishima, as their fists collide, as Kirishima is being pushed back from the pure force of Izuku's punches, as Deku's like, "Don't worry, my tag partner won't interfere in this. I'm having fun." As Kirishima's kind of scared, no joke. He's terrified of Izuku. So he's kind of blaming Denki. He's like, "Why can't you just keep your mouth shut? Now you got me in a whole lot of trouble." As he keeps thinking that in his head, Kirishima gaps the distance as he charges Izuku, gaining the distance between him. As he goes in for a punch, as Izuku grabs his wrist, pulls him over his shoulder, slamming him in the wall. Not the wall, but the arena ground. As Izuku tries to stomp his face, as Kirishima rolls out of the way, jumps a little bit backwards, closing the distance. Izuku turns his head as he looks at the two siblings that it watching about. And you two, honestly think we're even on the same level. It's quite amusing, really. But I do wish you pay attention closely because you're about to find out what happens when someone challenges me. As Kirishima took advantage of the situation, as he comes in for a punch, without not even looking away from the two siblings, he dodges. He dodges it, and he steps backwards. Kirishima come well in his eyesight as he knees him in the chin. As Izuku uses the back of his palm, whops him right aside of the head. A palm slam, basically what that is, as he goes flying. Kirishima was sliding backwards, gaining his composure. And he's like, "Jesus, how strong is this guy? I can't take another hit like that." As he saw a piece of his rock starts falling off the side of his cheek. as he re, he refortifies it, repairs it with his quirk. Izuku brushed the dust particles from his hands. As like that hardening quirk is quite handy. But it won't save you. As Izuku's about to finish off, wait. I have a better idea. Your quirk is perfect. As Mina heard that, I was like, oh no. This is not going to end well for that guy. As she remembers, he likes to experiment with different ways. As Kirishima, what do you mean? I kind of got this idea, the aspects of the idea from the pro hero endeavor. So I'm totally ripping it off, making it my own. As Kirishima's confused. And anyways, it's only fair if I mention what my quirk is, might as well. If you could tell, it's a mutation, of course. But it has a little neat little aspect of it I like. As his palms turn into fire, as not his palms, but fires on his hands, I'm able to produce fire. And that's not all. I'm also able to control it. This is going to be fun. Hopefully, you don't. Hopefully, you last. Because I don't know if you could. I don't know if you'll survive this. Don't care, but fair warning. But you and your quirk make the perfect test subject. As Izuku snapped his fingers, as several fire spears. Yeah, it's basically javelin, but it's just in spear form. As it takes the form of spears. Yeah, I really like spears for some reason. I don't know why. But I thought the idea of flaming spears were easy you could control. But we're not going to go into that much into the abilities. He's not going to use it that way. As several spears will form around Izuku. As he grabs one of them. As he throws them straight at Kirishima. As the bolt hit his stomach. As he goes flying backwards. As he barely, catches himself from falling off the edge of the tournament grounds. As soon as he throws it, it moves super fast, and the devastation is quite devastating. As Kirishima, his his quirk is getting very stressed as he moves forward, as he runs at Izuku, as he keeps throwing fireballs just over and over again, as Kirishima is on his knees. Izuku stops throwing his spears at Kirishima as he walks up to him. As he's like, you've been a very disappointment. So with your quirk, you would last a whole lot longer. Very disappointing. As he sighs, I guess I should end this farce. As Kirishima struggles to get on his feet, as he finally gets on his feet, finally, as he straight up side kicks him back of his face. As he could roundhouse kick him, as he got it to a striking distance. As he goes flying against the arena wall, as he flops up, as he lands on the ground, as that's the end of this round, as Izuku and Mina has won. As Loon Shin look at Izuku with a serious face. So does Izuku. As we're going to stop it there, yeah, because that's going to be an interesting battle. All right. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judging my time, sons. All right. Bye.